I think I know someone who needs to hear this. It's you. Yeah, you. Welcome back to Chats with the Infinite Guidance. I just want to thank you all for being here. Today and yesterday, we experienced a partial solar eclipse in Virgo. Now, all of you know yesterday was the last day of Virgo season. Today's the first day of Libra season. With us being on the cusp like that, it's giving very interesting energy. It's giving a push and pull between love and hate. And what I mean when I say that, I mean you have to love thine enemies, but hate the action. You have to love the future, but hate what held you back in the past. And I say that to say this. I have a tendency to be very critical of myself. And that is one of the main traits of Virgo, is the critical aspect where they're perfectionists. They need everything perfect. And right now, with the South Node being in Virgo and the North Node being in Pisces, we're being pushed to let go of that critical kind of complaining, nagging, perfectionist aspect of ourselves and lean into the flow and the frequency of the North Node in Pisces. So this current partial solar eclipse in Virgo, I say it slow because I want to say it right, is highlighting our emotions that we are the most critical of in our shadow self. And it's bringing them kind of to light, illuminating them, because during a partial solar eclipse, it is a supercharged new moon. So we are cultivating new energies. But in order to cultivate new energies, you have to get rid of the old. Now, earlier on the internet, on Threads, I was going off about an old situation. But what I was doing was I was exemplifying to people how if you don't release the past, this is what you can hold on to. This is what you can sound like. This is how you can operate. In order to heal, you have to be willing to show your shadow self. If you don't show your shadow self, then it's impossible for you to look forward to your future because you're holding on to what happened to you in the past. And I'm really, really big on self-improvement, growth, just going for those gut feelings and your dreams that you've always wanted to follow. And in order for you to flow into that frequency of the Piscean energy that's in the North Node, you have to pay attention to the solar eclipse energy that we're in right now, because that is South Node energy. That is, take what you learned from a situation, but not necessarily the traits, because being critical of oneself, it's almost impossible to create when you're in a critical mode all the time. You won't get past the gate. You're not giving yourself the freedom. You're not exercising your free will. You're too busy judging yourself and worried about what the next person will think. And if you continuously do that, you will not be able to embody any type of good frequency or flow. So my shadow is always on display if I need to use it to teach. However, when I master my emotions through meditation, I no longer allow my shadow to cripple me. And that heavy critique, constant critique, is crippling on your life. Depending on what your rising sign is really going to depend on how you should assess moving forward with this current energy. But it's just important for you to pay attention to your rising sign and see how that goes in conjunction with this partial solar eclipse in Virgo. Because the energy is dense, it's heavy. These will turn up to be events that affect us for the next 6 months. And they are karmic karmic events that are tying up the last 18 years and the last 9 years. So it's really important for us to pay attention to what's happening in the terrain that's in front of us and really just be a good steward of your life, because you only get one. And if you spend too much of your life worried about the past, again, that critical nature, then you will not be able to move forward outside of your shadow into your higher self and enjoy the alignment of letting go and being in a higher frequency. This type of shadow work takes a lot of work. You have to be dedicated. You have to meditate. You have to exercise. You have to eat well. You have to drink your water. And most importantly, you have to mind your business. Because if you do not minding your business is like keeping tabs on your own life. If you're so worried about what the next person is doing, you cannot perfect what you were sent here to do. And I'm so big on advocating for people, just mind the business that pays you. Because let's face it, none of us want to work boring 9-to-5 jobs. We want to be in our higher self and do what God called us to do and live in our purpose. And in order to do that, you have to mind the business that pays you, because that's the only way you're going to get paid. So enjoy the energy of this supercharged new moon. Look forward to the North Node in Pisces. Remember your last 18 years with that South Node in Virgo and what you learned, the aspects, the perspectives, the situations. Remember, but do not take those crippling habits with you. Allow yourself to flow into this new frequency so you can get to where you're going. And I wish you nothing but the best. I'm looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to the fun. I'm looking forward to the new frequency. And I pray that you receive everything that your heart desires. In the Lord's name that we pray. Ashe. Go in peace.